annual Rock Chalk Roundball Classic, presented by the University of Kansas Health System here at Lawrence Free State High School. I'm Danny Welniak. Alongside me is, some may say, the legendary Greg Gurley.
Really, some.
Some may say that. And then on the sideline tonight, we've got KCTV5's Neil Jones. I just felt like being in this atmosphere, I needed to be a little bit taller. On a good day, I'm 5'5".
Yeah, perfect.
So
I love it.
I am here for all of the height, all of the excitement that is this Rock Chalk Roundball Classic. But Gurley, I gotta ask you, what keeps you coming back for more? It's not just the basketball, right?
Well, what Brian has done with this game, the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic, is unreal. I mean, the amount of time and the amount of people that he impacts, it makes it all worth it. I mean, it's such a great event. And it's, selfishly, it's kind of a reunion for me. You know, I was just back in the locker room being able to see teammates and guys that I've broadcast their games. It's just fun for all of us. So whenever you can accomplish something good like that while helping people, it makes it even better.
Yeah, tonight we are benefiting families battling pediatric cancer and other challenging illnesses. And what I love about this, Gurley, is that what most people don't know is that this event in and of itself has raised over $1 million for those families, just right here in Lawrence. 17
years, and what Brian and his board does, just the logistics of it all to get these guys back, that draws the big crowds and the big money, and $1 million over 17 years is just, it's crazy. It's so good.
You've got the Crimson, you've got the Blue, you've got the Legends, you've got the Youngsters. What are you most looking forward to in the matchup tonight?
Well, it's always to see some of the most recent grads, you know, being able to see Christian Brown, Devontae's here, Svi. But we also got Matt Omer, the new volleyball coach, is going to play. Dan Fitzgerald, who had a great season this year with Kansas baseball, was just a magical season. So I don't know, it's just the diversity of so many different kinds of people, coaches, players, football, basketball, everything is what I'm excited about. And again, being able to see everybody is what's key for me.
We've seen the buzzer beaters, we've seen the overtimes, we've seen a few curveballs here and there. I hope that we're in store for some of those tonight. It is always exciting here in Lawrence at the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic. Calling it early, do you have any MVPs, anybody that you're going to be looking at?
Well, it's always going to be the guys that are in shape. So the guys that can run, they're going to take the most shots, they're going to get the most layups. So I doubt Christian Brown plays a lot, but if he was, yes. But I don't know. It's all about the kids. So whoever is the MVP, great.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Cannot wait. Honestly, the kids tonight are my MVPs. Cannot wait for that. We'll be right back at the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic. Welcome back to the 17th annual Rock Chalk Roundball Classic, presented by the University of Kansas Health System. Some of KU's greatest legends are on the court tonight. The real heroes, though, are the ones sitting courtside as the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic rolls on. We're going to send it over to Eric.
Now let's meet tonight's Crimson team. At guard, a former Big 12 Player of the Year and 7-year NBA veteran from Raleigh, North Carolina, number 4, Devontae Graham. Your new power forward and new KU volleyball coach from Buffalo Grove, Illinois, number 9, Matt Omer. At guard, one of the greatest three-point shooters in KU history from the Utah Jazz and Ukraine, number 10, Sviatoslav Mikhailu. At forward, a former Tiger who changed his stripes to Jayhawk feathers from Burlington, Kansas, number 23, Parker Brown. At guard, a member of 2 KU Final Four teams from Portland, Oregon, number 25, Michael Lee. At forward, a member of the 2008 National Championship team and coach of the Los Angeles Clippers from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, number 32, Darnell Jackson. At guard, another 1,000-point scorer for KU women's basketball from Olathe, Kansas, number 33, Kylie Kopatic. At center, an All-American and 2020 Big 12 Player of the Year from Nigeria, number 35, Udoka Azubuike. At forward, the winningest Jayhawk ever, a national champion from Gilbert, Arizona, number 44, Mitch Lightfoot. At power forward, a former Jayhawk tight end who made one of the biggest catches in KU history, the pride of Plainville, Kansas, number 47, Jared Casey. Now let's meet your coaches. The Crimson Squad is coached by the 2022 national champion and Mr. Jayhawk Award winner, K.J. Adams. A national champion and world champion from the Denver Nuggets, Christian Brown. A member of the 1986 Final Four team, Calvin Thompson. Former KU women's basketball standout, Barbara Thompson. Former Jayhawk tight end who went on to play for the New Orleans Saints, Mason Fairchild. A member of the 2003 Final Four team, Steven Vincent. And the Big 12 Baseball Coach of the Year, Dan Fitzgerald. Let's hear it for this year's Crimson Squad for the Roundball Classic. Now it's time to meet the blue team starters for the Roundball. At guard, an All-American and former Brooklyn Net from Hoboken, New Jersey, number 10, Tyshawn Taylor. At guard, a 2022 national champion from Leawood, Kansas, number 12, Chris Tehan. At guard, one of the greatest defenders of the Bill Self era from Kansas City, Missouri, number 24, Travis Rutherford. At forward, a national champion and world champion from Kansas City, Missouri, number 25, Brandon Rush. A recent Jayhawk sharpshooter now starring overseas in London from Braintree, Massachusetts, number 24, Nick Timberlake. At forward, the man who hit the game winner in the 2022 National Championship game from Norfolk, Virginia, number 33, David McCormick. At power forward from the 2008 Orange Bowl team from Lawrence, Kansas, number 35, Brandon McAnderson. At forward, a 2012 national runner-up who's gone on to star overseas, number 40, Kevin Young. And at forward, a member of the 2003 runner-up team from Lee's Summit, Missouri, number 42, Jeff Graves. At forward, a member of the 1986 Final Four team from Omaha, Nebraska, number 44, Ron Kellogg. The blue team is coached by an 11-year NBA veteran and Big 8 career blocks record holder, Greg Ostertag. Assisted by KU legend, Mr. Floor Burns himself, Jared Haas. '91 Final Four member Alonzo Jameson. Two-time Final Four participant Patrick Ritchie. 2008 national champion and KU men's assistant coach Chase Buford. Orange Bowl champion and former Buffalo Bill Derek Fine. Another Orange Bowl champion and Pro Bowl safety Daryl Stuckey. And how about a big hand across the court from Greg Gurley of the 1993 Final Four team, who's serving as our color analyst again this year. Thanks, Greg. Now, before we tip off tonight's game, we want to introduce you to tonight's beneficiaries, who we call our starting five and sixth man. Now let's direct your attention to the West Wall for a video.
I mean, I like to make TikToks and I'm on the phone with my friends every day. I like to be outside, play with my cousins a lot. I go to the creek sometimes and play in the water with my cousins. But I really like to be outside and play a lot of sports. I'm very educated in sports. Like, if someone asks me to do it, I'm down even if I don't know how to do it. My favorite sport is track.
For right now, or
Just for right now, because that's the really sport I've only been educated in school, where I've actually been to a sport event. Yeah, this is really exciting, especially because I'm invited. Like, they invited me out of all people.
I mean, he's your typical 6-year-old boy. We live on a farm, and anything farming, he's always doing it.
I'm gonna go ride a bull.
He wants to be a bull rider.
Also, when I'm done with my leg, I'm gonna go ride one of our cows. I wanted to ride one, but I was like 5. It was huge. So.
He had his 4-wheeler helmet on and everything. Walked up to it and he goes, maybe next year.
It was huge. He was like four the size of me.
It was fun. It does not sound fun to me.
Well, she's a fun little 10-year-old, average, you know.
Oh, she loves swimming. She loves softball.
Really, she just loves being with her friends, but.
She's ornery. She likes to play Roblox a lot. She likes to mess with Spunky, our cat. She pesters him a little bit, but it's okay. She's pretty great. She kept her sense of humor throughout the whole thing, definitely. She'll be sad about it, and then she'll turn around and make fun of you, so.
Yeah.
I would.
Ice cream.
His personality, wow, he's a firecracker. He can go from super excited to just super happy, and I know you'd have to know him to understand those two levels.
Yes.
He's just an amazing kid.
How strong he is and how resilient he is. There's no
Super
words
proud,
that
yeah.
can explain how proud we are.
I'm a Jeep Renegade and I go cruise around or hang out with friends or family or something like that.
Awesome.
Show everybody.
There you go.
I got her right before my second round. She knows when you need her. She'll come up and nudge into your lap, and she'll want petted too, but she'll know that you want her. Kind of feels like another friend just to have with you all the time. It feels like there's more people than just doctors to help. That there's a lot of good people out there that want to help others.
He doesn't look like anything's wrong. He is a ball of joy, and I tell you, he's a silly guy too.
I like to play Fortnite.
Yeah, we definitely like to play Fortnite, and he loves sports, plays baseball, basketball, and plays golf.
Stalled on football.
He's trying to, well, when he gets a little more healthier, he tells me he wants to play football. If it's Chiefs, Royals, Sporting, or the current.
Rock, chalk, Jayhawk. Yeet.
They think you're gonna give him a heart.
Standing in at 3 feet 4 inches tall, a 4-year-old from Salina, Ezra Talkington. Ezra's joined by his parents, Brienne and Frank, and family. At shooting guard, measuring in at an even 4 feet tall, a 6-year-old from Overbrook, Oliver Combs. Oliver's joined by his parents, Adam and Kristen. Now at small forward, standing in at 4 feet 3 inches tall, a 10-year-old from Silver Lake, Tegan Tinnick. Tegan's here with her father, Scott. Now let's meet your power forward, checking in at 5 feet tall, a 12-year-old from Kansas City, Kansas, Tanaya Parker. She's joined by her mom, Latrice. At center, measuring in at 5 feet 6 inches tall, a 16-year-old from Kinsley, Kansas, Tyson Barnett. Tyson's joined tonight by his parents, Mitch and Angie. And last but certainly not least, the young man with more personality. He stands in at 4 feet 4 inches, but his personality alone is 7 feet tall. A 10-year-old from Webb City, it's Jackson Crass. Jackson's joined by his father, Jeffrey, and his entourage tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for all your Roundball starting 5 and 6 men. Now, if you'll please rise and remove your caps, as nationally renowned trumpet player and 1974 KU graduate, Jim Depke, performs our national anthem. Jim's appeared in every major league ballpark and tonight brings his talents to the Roundball. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Us through the
pretty incredible what Brian Haney and the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic have been able to do here in Lawrence. Watching Tyson bring his furry friend and watching Jackson and his entire entourage with the WWE belt, it chokes you up and it inspires you.
It really does. I mean, the introductions, the production that goes into this that Brian does before the event is so impressive, and just means, you know, we take it for granted as players running out and doing stuff like that, but what a thrill for all of our guys and gals to get together and form a little, you know, tunnel for them to come out. It's gotta feel great.
You've got the music going, they get to feel a game day atmosphere, and I honestly don't think there's anything like it.
Nothing like it. Justin Anderson coming over to say hello. Justin and Ryan Cruz, a couple of local officials. Justin and his family, one of our largest donors at the University of Kansas, the Anderson Sports Football Complex over at David Booth Memorial Stadium. So we'll get on the referees a lot. They probably won't blow their whistle a lot. If they do, then they're typically wrong. This is they shouldn't really have much to do other than hand the ball off.
I was going to say, I fully expect a fairly called game tonight, or just don't even call it at all. Really, one of the easiest jobs.
And they've been volunteering their time on this deal forever, so that it's really cool for everybody in the community stepping up and being a part of this.
There's not a whole lot of defense in the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic.
Nor should there be. It's July.
A lot of three-pointers we can expect tonight.
Dunks and threes.
Oh, I love it.
It's like
Bring
the NBA.
It on.
It's like the NBA.
Which we have NBA players that have come back for this.
Threes and layups. That's how the whole game works now.
I love it. The countdown is on, getting their final shots in. Some of the older players shaking it out, getting back into it.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to get going. It's harder for them to get going tomorrow. When you look at the older guys, that Craig Ostertag, teammate of mine for 4 years, played several years ago and said he couldn't really walk for like a week after this, and I know the feeling.
That is tough.
It's not enjoyable.
No, I can only imagine.
That's why I'm over here making fun of my teammates while they play. It's great.
Perfect.
It's a perfect job for me.
Best place to be. And then also getting honored. You got a little shout out here before the game as well.
Honored might be a stretch.
You know what? You're going to take it because you're legendary, right? I love seeing the players. Kylie Kapatic coming over here and interacting with some of the fans. Devontae Graham over here giving the little waves. Nothing but smiles and excitement from a lot of the younger fans here today, getting a chance to see some of their favorite players.
You know, another guy I'm excited to see, and I got to talk to him this morning, was David McCormick. Hadn't really been back since that national championship game just because he's been playing overseas and scheduled. So it's great to see him back. Should have been the most outstanding player in the Final Four in the national championship run. Not that Ochai didn't deserve it, but man, I wish they both could have got it. And
We start off with a dope dunk.
Well, exactly what we thought we'd see out of Doak.
Exactly.
Scoring gets started by a Doak dunk.
Timberlake from three does not clear pretty much anything. And then Devontae over there taking out some fans, but you know what? I don't think they necessarily mind that.
Yeah, Nick.
It's your front and center.
That's right.
It's great.
Being it's like living on a golf course and complaining when your window gets hit.
All right, we're going to send it over to the Crimson bench with Neil Jones.
I am here with a guy who knows all about national championships, and that is Darnell Jackson, a member of the team that won it in 08. Now in the NBA as an assistant coach with the Clippers. Welcome back to Lawrence.
Thank you for having me.
What is it like coming back and seeing all your buddies?
Like I always said, it feels great coming back. I always get chills seeing everybody, you know, past players that I played with, guys that I didn't watch play. And I didn't said it for the last few years. Christian Brown was definitely one of my favorite players to watch.
How many of these guys are trying to get auditions with you, get tryouts with the Clips?
Honestly, none. But I would love to have a lot of them to come out and try out for us.
Have you enjoyed coaching?
I love coaching.
How much of this do you bring from the coaches who coached you at KU?
A lot. You know, me and Michael Lee was just talking about that, and that's one thing that I used to reach out to him about, because I don't know if you guys remember, Michael Lee and Aaron Miles were together in the past, and when I first got into coaching, I reached out to both of them for just knowledge and you know, in the direction I should go to become a great coach.
One last question. The NBA game is integrating itself into college more and more. We see what Kelvin Sampson's doing in Houston. How do you think having a guy like Jacques Vaughn on the staff with Bill Self can help the player?
I think Josh's going to do a great job because he understands the game. He was a player. He was a head coach in the NBA. And now with the NBA, it's more analytics than anything. So just having that eye from a coach like Jacques, he'll definitely help the program.
Darnell Jackson's got a national championship ring from KU, looking for an NBA championship ring with the Clippers. Greg Gurley, has he seen your jump shot?
No, and I would not get a tryout with them. It was a long, long time ago. Nick Timberlake, while we were away, missed everything. He kind of looked at him because I told him today we were going to. It's kind of like a roast for me over here, and Nick deserves a little shout out on that. About 2 feet wide.
I can appreciate that.
Devontae with a deep three. We saw a lot of that throughout the years. Most iconic game being the West Virginia comeback. We're down, it was 14 with under 3 minutes to go.
I love that we're getting a chance to see some alley-oops. I thought maybe right on cue. There's a lot of getting each other involved, playing around, having fun.
Mike Lee with a couple threes. Mike Lee played a couple years for Roy Williams, 2 years for Bill Self, so he had him and Aaron Miles and Wayne Simeon kind of went through that change.
So Crimson up 14, Blue 6 at this point. 16 minutes to go in the first.
Brandon Rush, a couple of missed threes, but one of the all-time great guards, national champion.
Gonna go
he was
again.
0 for 2 and just banked in a three with a little slide grin.
Off the glass. Then goes back because he's ready for some defense too. Why not?
Svi with something he shouldn't do is pass. He should shoot.
Tyshawn Taylor taking a shot himself, but that bounces off the rim.
Rush hunting the line. He's now another. He's getting a lot of open looks. That might be on purpose.
I think they're setting him up well. He's gotten the opportunity, just can't seem to capitalize.
When you go over to your coach and say, dunk by Doak, go over to your coach, say, I was wide open. He goes, well, there's a reason for that.
Tossing it down to McCormick.
David McCormick getting hung.
And on the other end, Doak responds with that. Taylor can't really do much either.
No.
Just stand in the
No,
way.
just stand in the way.
hold.
Here comes Kevin Young. Over to Tyshawn in the corner. National runner-up back in 2012.
And then Svi taking it the other way.
Which Svi, I believe, just re-upped with the Utah Jazz for his 8th year. The all-time great shooter, if not the greatest.
Gurley, how fun is it to see some of these NBA players come back and want to be a part of something like this and show out? They're having a great time.
I think it's just the brotherhood that Bill Self has created. There's Nick Timberlake with a bucket. But you know, whether you played for Ted Owens, Larry Brown, Roy Williams, Bill Self, Lawrence as a community, just like a lot of communities around the country and campuses, they've embraced their athletic program. But I think, I guess I've never been anywhere else, so I don't know this for a fact, but it sure seems like guys want to come back to Lawrence because you're never loved and honored. You know, when you leave a place like this, you miss it. And so I think when they come back, just something like this gets these guys going. And, you know, what a better place to be than around your teammates and friends for a couple nights. And we'll go out afterwards, have some cocktails and tell lies about how good we were, but it's fun for all of us.
I love that you see Graves down low at the post, messing with Azubuike at the same time, bantering back and forth. And then the finish, just showing Graves, like, let's not smack talk. I am here for the dunks.
Jeff Graves out of Lee Summit, Missouri. You know, that 03 team, national runner-up team, lost to Syracuse. You know, I think Kansas fans don't realize how good Jeff Graves was in that Final Four. Obviously, Kirk Heinrich and Nick Collison had big-time games as well, but Jeff Graves was a problem. I mean, he was a double-double machine, and you know, if we shoot 40% from the free throw line, we win a national championship in 03.
All right, we're going to send it over to Neil Jones, who's on the blue bench this time. Neil?
This is a guy that everybody remembers, everything, played on a national runner-up team. Tyshawn Taylor played guard, did some time in the NBA. How much fun are you having being back here?
Oh, I love this. I've been back probably 5 or 6 times, maybe more. I try to get back as often as possible. It's a great environment for a great cause, of course, and so I love doing this.
Tell me about seeing those kids. You were down there in that line when the kids came on the court. I could see you were having a blast.
Yeah. Again, this is about them, right? So we want to make them feel as involved as possible. We want them to have a great time, have a lot of laughs, a lot of hugs, feel a lot of love. And so, yeah, that's what I want to bring to it.
Now, you, of course, did time in the NBA. You played in the NBA. You really want to coach kids. Why is that?
It's just my passion for the game. I love basketball. I've been a basketball head since I was a kid. I played for a Hall of Fame high school coach, a Hall of Fame college coach, got a couple Hall of Fame pro coaches. So it's just kind of in me. It's what I know, it's what I love, it's what I'm passionate about. And who better to give it to than the youth, the next generation of people.
Last question. What do you think Jock Bond's going to bring to the staff?
I think Jock's going to bring a lot of, I think the main thing is he's going to bring a fresh face. He's going to bring some new energy, a different voice outside of Coach Self that knows the game, that played it at a high level, coached it at a high level. He's a great basketball mind, someone that I would love to sit down and talk basketball with anytime I got an opportunity. So I think he's just going to bring that aspect to it, just the basketball IQ.
That's Tyshawn Taylor on the national runner-up team. Nobody could take over a game any better than this guy.
All right, thanks, Neil. I do want to bring it up with you, Gurley, to talk about Jock a little bit. Your thoughts, opinions?
Well, Tyshawn just summed it up perfectly. He's played at an extremely high level. He's a Jayhawk legend, and he's coached some of the greats in the NBA. Been a 2-time NBA head coach. And in this day and age of college basketball, when you have roster management, you have essentially salary cap, and you have player development, an NBA set of eyes can only help you. We saw it at BYU. Kevin Young went up there and came from the Phoenix Suns, and around the country we've seen more and more guys come into the league and give a fresh
here at half court.
Eyes, and that's what
let's
Jock
welcome
brings,
Brian
in addition to
Haney.
being a legendary Kansas player.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've got something really exciting in store. We're going to hand it over to Brian Haney.
Creative One's been our premier partner for the last 7 years, not only with this incredible donation, but with all they do here and everything you saw during pregame. But Brian, you can take it from here.
Those videos were awesome, and we're going to give Creative One more love in the second half, or maybe even later this half. But right now we want to talk about the future stars. 7 awesome kids that we're honoring here tonight. They're each going home with a $1,000 check, courtesy of our friend Nate Miller of the Miller Retirement Group. Not only helping you invest in your most profitable future, but he's invested in the futures of these 7 kids. So right now they're making their way out on the floor. They were all finalists in consideration for beneficiary spots this year. And while they ultimately didn't get picked for the starting 5 this year, we think they're future stars for next year. So let's hear it for Jack, Colin, Izzy, Steven, Zaylin, Lila, and Delilah. Let's turn around so this crowd on this side can see as well. And guys, I know technically they're future stars, but this guy right here is already a superstar. This is a state champion, Jack Punswick. He beat cancer, and then he won the state title as a swimmer. The only guy that comes close to his swag, well, maybe 2, Jackson Kress, who we saw earlier. Come over here, Jackson. But then the only other guy maybe is the great Devontae Graham. He wanted to get his jersey signed by Devontae Graham. Devontae, would you do that? Let's get a picture. Jack Punswick, me, Devontae Graham. This is what it's all about, folks. Also through partners like the Miller Retirement Group and all the sponsors you're going to hear from here tonight, we're not only able to benefit the 6 beneficiary kids like Jackson and the rest, not only able to benefit the 7 future stars, but 20 more kids over the course of the next year will get to come to Allen Fieldhouse or come to the booth for a game day experience and then go home with $5,000. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Miller Retirement Group, for yours as well. Your future stars.
So incredible to see the future stars here tonight, to celebrate the starting 5, to celebrate the 6th man. And I think it's just really important to recognize that these kids are here to love and survive, and we're here to make sure that they have support and the joy that they need and deserve. I do want to quickly give a shout out to rockchalkroundballclassic.com. If you guys cannot be here tonight, please use that link. Please donate, because this has just been an incredible opportunity for Lawrence, for Free State, and for the kids that are involved today.
And what Brian does such a good job of, we saw the starting 5, and here at the first time out, we're talking about other, because everybody can't be picked, and he includes so many people and does such a great job, even at, getting $1,000. It makes an impact in all those families' lives.
Yep, and we may hear about this a little bit later as well, but I think it's really cool that here today we also have more than 65 children and their families that are former beneficiaries and are coming back to be a part of this because they just love this environment and this atmosphere, and they are treated so right every year that they come back.
On the other end, we had Ron Kellogg, Larry Brown days, one of the best shooters in the history of Kansas basketball. Here's Jared Casey with a little hesitation. Well, now he's just rimmed off a couple. What a great career Jared Casey had. I mean, the iconic catch, the 2-point conversion at Texas that really set in motion the rebirth of Kansas football.
It did, and it was such a monumental moment that I think people were talking about even all across the country. And I love the fact that he got the opportunity to stay home, to be here, to get a chance with the Chiefs, and to show what he's capable of.
Kansas kid, goes to Kansas, has a great career, and then gets an opportunity, like you said, with the Chiefs. So love to see that happen for such a good guy. And just, the football program, I've been around a long time. There's been some rough years. So it's so fun to see the success, to see the progress, to see the new stadium. Right now, Kansas football is hot, and we're 6 weeks away from opening up the booth. It's going to be so fun. It's been a difficult road. I mean, it's been messy, and construction and progress is messy. But on August 23rd, it's all going to come to life.
Yeah, and Casey getting a chance to play at KU, at Arrowhead, it just felt like this perfect concoction of opportunities for him. And I love that he's back here playing some basketball. I believe a multi-sport athlete himself, so.
Yeah, when you're from a smaller town, I think you play about 4 or 5 sports, right?
Yes.
You run track, you play baseball, football. The kids don't do that as much anymore. I mean, they kind of segment out and just concentrate on one, but when you're from a small town, they kind of need you everywhere.
They need you. They need the bodies to fill out the rosters.
You might be in the band, too.
Probably. All right, we're going to send it over to Neil, who's on the Crimson bench. Neil?
Well, I happen to have a former Big 12 Player of the Year, Devontae Graham. Devontae, have you ever been called out in the middle of a game to sign an autograph in the middle of the floor?
No, I haven't. First time for everything.
What's it like being around these guys?
It's amazing. I love coming back to this event. It just, it brings chills to you when you realize what people are going through, and being back around my old teammates and guys like that. So it's a brotherhood, and we all love coming back doing this.
You're a 7-year NBA vet. You spent time in the league. Is it the same in the league, or the relationships as tight as in college?
No, I wouldn't say so. Guys get traded and stuff like that. So I do have some good relationships in the NBA, but I think my brotherhood from Kansas is a lot tighter.
Real quick, when you guys get together, do you talk basketball, or do you talk about you guys as friends and stuff?
We talk about everything. Talk about life, talk about basketball, family, relationships, whatever the case. We human as well, so we talk about everything.
All right, you know Jacques Vaughn very, very well, both from your time at KU and now in the NBA. What do you think about him joining the KU staff?
I know they're excited. I know Rock Chalk is excited. I think it's a great addition, and I feel like he's going to do great things.
Do you ever have to check him in a game?
No.
Pickup game?
No.
Hey, Devontae, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Devontae Graham, one of the most popular players in a game full of popular players.
Very much so. I love the point that he brought up about the college level being such a brotherhood. And Gurley, you talked about it being so special to come here too. We've got Jackson Kress, who's out here just rocking and rolling. I love this. The 4'4" young man who has the personality of a 7-footer.
Here we go. He's got the Harlem Globetrotter shorts on. Michael Edith's hit the floor. Give it back. Go, Jackson.
Jackson double dribbling, but we don't care. There are no rules here. He's got a cool opportunity to play out there.
They're going to call a foul so he can go to the free throw line. Good job by the officials. So maybe get Greg or somebody to come pick him up, or Jeff Graves.
Just a reminder that he's out of Webb City, Missouri. I think there might be a little bit of smack talking going on there. Don't love that.
Here's his first free throw attempt. Taking his time. Nice routine. Oh. Let's scoot him up a little bit.
Yep, just off the net a little bit. Just a little bit more legs, and he probably would have had that one.
There you go, Ty. Smart, Tyjon.
There it is, Ed Jackson. The place just erupts. What an incredible moment.
So cool. So cool. Good job, Jackson. Neil was talking to Devontae, and like you said, about the brotherhood, and here's a replay. Jackson kind of closed his eyes, threw it up there, didn't even hit the rim. Perfect.
Envision
Swish.
Perfection.
Love it. But in the NBA, like you said, guys get traded, and again, nobody honors you and loves you more than when you're in college. I mean, especially a guy like Devontae Graham, who he's going to get his jersey retired. He's going to be a South Sider, which is hanging your number in the rafters like so many Kansas grades. But you're not going to see another Devontae Graham more than likely, and that's the sad part about the way college basketball is now, because guys don't have patience anymore. You're going to have a good year, but you don't think you played enough, so you're going to transfer. And you're going to get in here, and But Devontae was here for 4 years. Frank Mason here for 4 years. Travis Relaford. We look out here right now. There's a ton of guys that were here for 3+ years, and those days are probably over.
I mean, now you've got new opportunities with the opportunity to stay another year. You've got Mitch Lightfoot. You have the T-Hands.
And I say all that not like I blame the kids.
Right.
You know, the adults are the ones making the rules.
Yeah.
The kids are just making decisions. They're making life decisions. They're making decisions with generational money, or at least their highest earning potential right now is going to be from 18 to 22. And if you don't take advantage of it, when you're 30 and you don't have much, you're probably going to look back and be like, man, I kind of wish I would. So again, I'm not bemoaning kids. It's just the era of what we've grown accustomed to is probably over.
Absolutely.
So I'm kind of bringing the mood down here. I got to get back to uplifting, and Greg Ostertag looks like he might.
A little bit of heat going on over there. May not have agreed with the call so much.
Jeff Graves is using a prop, a towel around the neck. That might be a little much.
But I like that the passion is there. Look, these guys.
I'm sure he was real happy
athletes.
to have Jeff Graves' sweaty towel around his neck. So Ryan Cruz having a very. You see him almost team him up. Very. What do you think's going to happen here?
I think Greg's trying to keep his composure, but obviously.
There's the peacemaker, Daryl Stuckey.
Yep.
All-pro San Diego Chargers.
He's got to get his piece in, though, because he is sticking up for his team. And if you don't agree with a call.
So there's been a technical, I guess. Tyshawn didn't like it. I think it's going to continue.
Devontae will take the technical shots off the free throw.
Boo.
Did not make it. But there are continual conversations going on here on the side.
This is all fun, guys. Come on.
There you go. Graham makes the second shot. So Crimson currently leading 36 over the blue team, 25 with 3:41 left to go here in the first. Svi tosses it in.
So Devontae can't make a free throw, but he can make a turnaround three behind the backboard, nothing but net.
There's no pressure at that point.
I think we need to get Neil Jones a history book or whatever when he questioned, did Devontae play against Jock? Like, Jock graduated from Kansas in '97.
Now there's beef between Neil and
Neil's
Julian.
mad at it. Like,
look, getting a little insight here and there never hurt
I'm
anybody.
getting yelled at by Neil right now.
Neil, go do your job.
Devontae kind of looked at him like, how old do you think I am? I'm like 28. Jock's 50. He's pointing to thinking it was the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic, but I got to think back. I've done pretty much every one of these games. I don't think Jock has been played in this game. What happened?
Mitch Lightfoot coming over here and telling us that Greg Ostertag's getting a little bit heated. There's definitely some.
Mitch just informed me that's his second tech. I think he might get kicked out.
He has now resorted to being shorter than 5'5".
I think they're going to escort him out of here. The big O.
I don't know about you, but that would be my line.
Oh, and Daryl Stuckey is his handler, is going out with him.
The peacemaker, no longer the peacemaker.
He just said no to a Neil Jones on-court interview. I don't know. Is he going to ask Greg if he played against Devontae?
No, but I'm sure there are plenty of stories that you have. Has Greg always been that hot-headed? Is that normal for him to get thrown out?
I wouldn't call him hot-headed. He's always been an interesting personality, a borderline goofy. But he's great. I mean, you look at Greg's career, what he did, and then you look at, we're going to go to a break. But when we get back, we'll talk more Greg Ostertag.
welcome back to the 17th
All right.
annual
Thank you guys
Rock
so much.
Chalk
Once again,
Roundball
Creative
Classic
One,
here at
everybody.
Free State High School, presented by the University of Kansas Health System. Brian
Almost
Meany
back
just
from a live
giving a very, very
TV
cool
commercial
moment,
break.
and
I think we're
shout
about
out
10
to
seconds
Creative
out.
One,
We'll get it back
who's been
to
a
you.
premium
Are we good?
partner
We're back from
for
break.
the last 7 years.
It's our first year
with
on
not
live
only an
TV.
incredible donation, but they
So
also
bear with
produced
us.
all of
Also
those
our
amazing
first year
videos that
getting
you
a head
saw.
coach tossed.
Spee coming over here to check
Unbelievable,
out the
All right,
broadcast
Spee,
booth that we've
Justin,
got over here.
take it away.
I think he was impressed. He probably could take our job.
Oh, there's no question. This is a job that a lot of these guys could take.
Look, and Svi also speaks 3 different languages, so he could probably do it in all of the 3 different languages that he knows. I like that we're getting things going. Graham looking around for somebody. Svi, who we were just talking about. He's got the shot.
One of the most iconic threes ever made by a Kansas Jayhawk, down by 3 against Duke. 2018, Omaha, Nebraska, sent it to overtime, where Malik Newman went off and scored all 13 points in that overtime to send Kansas to the Final Four.
Newman was Mr. March that year.
Ran into a buzzsaw that was the Villanova Wildcats. They made a Final Four record amount of threes for a game in the first half.
Yeah, that was a tough one down in San Antonio.
You know, try broadcasting it. Whew. Man, they were on fire. They had 5 guys that could all shoot threes.
Which it was incredible how far that team had come from the beginning. It was a really fun run, Devontae being a part of that. This team, when you make it to the Final Four at KU, when you win a national championship, you get put into the record books, but you also get put into the hearts of so many KU fans, and you are embraced as a hero. And I think it's really cool to see that at the collegiate level in an atmosphere like KU's.
Yeah, I mean, at Kansas, it's a disappointing season when you don't win a national title. But when you do get to that Final Four, even whether you win or not, it's a massive accomplishment. And, you know, some of the best teams ever didn't make a Final Four. It's hard to do. There's luck. There's a lot of things that's involved. Things got to go your way, and you look back at times we didn't make it, but then you look at 22 when I don't think in January anybody thought that was a national champion type team. The guys on the team, Christian, Jay Will, Ochai, David McCormick, and a host of others, like, they believed it.
Right.
And that's all that matters, whether the fan base, pundits, whatever, they believed it. It was one of the most confident teams in a good way. It wasn't cocky, but it had some cockiness to it. And that's what you need.
You do, just like Mr. Kress over here, who is confident enough to be on the floor with all of these greats from KU, and he doesn't even care. He's like, I am going to get this basket. And there he does it again. That's already 4 points for him tonight.
That's right. Well, 3.
3, that's right.
I hate to knock him down. Let's give him 4. Come on. Mitch, light-footed the game. He's played in Japan the last 3 or 4 years. He's already re-signed with his team. Him and his wife, Addie, are expecting their first child. Nick Timberlake with a little sneaky hops. 4 to go. Can Devontae get a little half-court buzzer beater? Right on target, a little short. We go into half. 46 to 36, and as a broadcaster, I'm not real sure who has 46. Is that bad?
No,
do you know?
The Crimson team has 46.
Oh, there it is right there.
Crimson team
I was
has
looking
46.
at the scoreboard, sorry.
Blue team's down by 10. We
Of
actually
McDonald's
have a really
from
cool
Lawrence,
check
another
presentation coming up
Roundball
that we're going to
Classic
send it
partner.
over to Brian.
Thank you, Eric. Hey, how about a round of applause for Eric Danielson, the voice of Allen Fieldhouse. Great job, Eric. Hey, we are so grateful to have an awesome partner in McDonald's with the Dobsky family and McDonald's of Lawrence, who not only are putting their money where their mouth is with a $10,000 check, but they brought to us for the first time ever in Lawrence, the real deal, Ronald McDonald. Let me be clear, this is not just your local Ronald McDonald. This is the guy that's in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. This is the nationally renowned Ronald McDonald. So Tom and Meryl Landowski, the entire Dowski family, we thank you so much for your generosity. We thank you for making moments like this possible, but we need some McDonald's All-Americans out here. Because in 17 years of the Roundball Classic, we've had 22 different McDonald's All-Americans. You know who you are. If you're a Mickey D's All-American, Udoka, I see you, my friend. Who else we got out here? McDonald's All-American. David McCormick. Where's David at? Can we get our McDonald's All-Americans out here with us on the floor? And Ronald, I know you weren't able to play tonight because you wanted the focus to be on the KU players, but your feet are a little big for the Adidas shoes we tried to give you. But could we maybe have Ronald McDonald suit up and have Ronald throw an alley-oop to a McDonald's All-American like Udoka Azubuike? You think we can make that happen? Check it out. We got McDonald on the jersey. Let's see if Ronald McDonald's got some game. Where's the ball at, everybody? David McCormick, I want to see you throw one down, too. Let's make some noise for Ronald McDonald, everybody. Let's get both these guys there. Can you throw 2 dimes? We got McCormick, McDonald's All-American in this corner. We got Udoka Azubuike coming in from this side. Who wants it first? Look at Ronald, he's got game. All right, Ronald, where's it going? Let's see it. He's going for Udoka. Alley-oop time, we ready? Here we go. The lob. Oh! One more. Oh, there it is. David McCormick was also a McDonald's All-American. Let's give Big Dave an alley-oop. One more. You got this now. Ronald. Oh! Ronald McDonald, thank you so much. David
All right,
McCormick.
a successful throwdown. I love it. Very nicely done, Mr. McDonald. I'm going to send it over to Neil Jones, who's got a special guest on the sideline. Neil?
You know, occasionally you hear, well, the coach used to be a really good player. Well, guess what? The red team coach is a really good player. Talking, of course, about KJ Adams. First of all, how's your ankle doing? You had the ruptured Achilles tendon.
Yeah, it's doing good. Slow, but everything's been really good. KU's been helping a lot, and it's been doing a good job so far.
I've noticed you over there. You have not jumped up. Could you re-injure it over here as a coach?
No, I definitely got to be careful. I definitely got to keep my emotion under wraps because if I jump up one sudden movement, it can get hurt again. So hopefully not.
Now, I read that you are going to be an assistant coach for the Kansas basketball team. Bill Self and his staff want you around. What's your role going to be?
Yeah, I'm going to be the assistant video coordinator and help do stuff with clips and just kind of the overall scope of everything with the team, personal level and stuff like that, just helping around, kind of the do whatever guy.
It's hard to go through an injury rehab when you're on your own. This has got to be great to be right here in Lawrence, surrounded by people who care about you.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, you don't want to tear your Achilles at the end of the season, but this is probably the best place I could have ended up. Coach Self and the staff and just the University of Kansas has really helped me. This is the best spot you can be if something like this happens to you.
And one last question, what's it like being around all these guys, the older guys, the guys before you in this system?
Yeah, it's been amazing seeing all these guys, seeing now my past teammates and stuff like that. It's been fun. It's been cool to connect with all the guys, and it's cool to be a part of an ex-KU player now. I get to join a club of amazing guys.
KJ Adams, his mom, Yvonne, passed away from cancer. We saw her fight this. This has got to be at a very emotional time for all of the kids in here tonight. KJ, thank you so much. It was great seeing you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Very much so. Neil, thank you so much. We got the legends on the floor. There's love in the stands, and all for a cause that matters. More from Lawrence in just a moment. Welcome back to the 17th annual Rock Chalk Roundball Classic, presented by the University of Kansas Health System. I'm Danny Welniak. Alongside me is Greg Gurley. On the sideline, we've got Neil Jones. Really amazing night tonight. Really cool to see everything that goes on during halftime. We've got Brian Haney coming into the shot right now. he just mentioned that we're over $2 million for this event.
You and I were talking earlier. We thought it was $1 million. We were off by $1 million.
Like 900,000.
I thought $1 million was amazing, but $2 million, so impressive. And we talk about the Dobsky family at McDonald's, Creative One, Miller, all these people that have stepped up in a big way. Not to mention ticket sales, auction, and everything that they do through private fundraising you don't even hear about tonight. It's just it's a year-round event. They do. I mean, he's got a board. I mean, it's amazing the amount of time he puts into that, and it all pays off tonight. And then tomorrow night we'll have the dinner that a lot of guys will be at. Brian and I will MC that and just kind of continue this fun weekend and raise a lot of money.
Working with Brian Haney all season long, you get to see it firsthand. I do want to point out, if you guys can't make it to the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic in person, you can donate online at rockchalkroundballclassic.com. Again, that's rockchalkroundballclassic.com. Get on there, be a part of it. This is such an incredible event, and if you haven't been able to come out here, you've got to come experience it in person because there is nothing like it. I'm going to send it over to Neil.
I am down here with somebody, and I think Greg did a good job earlier mentioning this. Michael Lee was in that transition between a great coach in Roy Williams into a great coach with Bill Self. Michael, what was it like playing for Roy and Bill?
Man, it was great. The thing about both of those guys is their expectation. They never dropped their expectation. It was hard, but it was necessary. In their own ways, they were both tough. But we got pushed, and we got the results. I tell my family, I tell my dad all the time, I'm happy I got pushed though, right? I was tough to coach a little bit, but they didn't drop the bar. You're at Kansas, you're a target, and you either have to understand it or get out the way.
What is it like being around all these guys again?
Oh, this is great. This is all fun. We tell stories. We get to run our mouths. I see old teammates, guys that were before me, that had some impact on me, guys after me. So this is just awesome. It's just good to be here.
At what age do you decide I'm not going to go 100%?
I think it's a feeling more than an age. We all different ages, but I'm 42 now. I'm not. This is all fun and games. All fun and games. Like even when they talk, we get a little. It's still competitive. But nobody's getting hurt out here. Nobody's going to get hurt.
Michael, thank you so much. It's great seeing you. One of the favorite guys to cover. He survived the transition between two very tough coaches.
We talk about it all the time, as Neil talked to Mike about playing for Roy and Bill and how, it's never worked out in any of the programs like North Carolina and Kansas. It was almost like a trade, so to speak. Coach Williams goes to North Carolina, wins 3 national titles. Bill Self comes here from Illinois, wins 2 national titles, with hopefully another one on the horizon. And you think about the success that both guys have had, and they've done it differently. I played for Roy, I deal with Bill on a daily basis. Totally different people, but equally successful.
Let's talk more about that when we come back. It is more than a game, it is a mission. You're watching the 17th annual Rock Chalk Roundball Classic. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the 17th annual Rock Chalk Roundball Classic. We had a proposal last year, which was a curveball. This might be a new one for me. I've never seen someone get ejected and then come back in as an official.
Yeah, Greg, who kind of stormed off, and I don't think the crowd really understood the ejection in a charity basketball game. But to start the second half, the tallest official in the history of basketball in general, I can't imagine there's another 7'2" guy. He's on the mic right now. What do you think he's
We're going to
saying?
make this a little better. So
let's listen into what he's saying.
I understand you ref back home in Texas. Ref back home in Texas, yeah. All right, there you go, folks. The Big O is now
the Big O is now a big official.
Yeah.
Big ref.
As we look at Greg's career, I mentioned it earlier, 4 great years at Kansas, culminating in our final game as seniors in Allen Fieldhouse. He held Bryant Reeves, all Big 8 guy, future first-round draft pick, to 0. And all of Bryant Reeves' 4 years didn't score. Greg held him to 0. We were tied with Oklahoma State. Whoever won that game won the Big 8 conference. Now, in the self-deprecating way that I am, what's up, Ty? How are you? Let's see it. I'll get you on. We'll tell the cameraman.
Some respect.
But the guy I guarded had 45. Randy Rutherford.
Okay.
Now, we still won, But
which is the most important thing.
Greg, the other Greg, played a lot better defense than I did.
So I've heard that Ostertag has some unexpected hobbies, like he plays some ice hockey.
Yes.
He golfs with some extra long clubs. Have you seen these?
Yes.
Okay.
But the hockey is the one that throws me off. Like, I can't imagine. I don't play hockey nor skate, obviously, but to think about a 7'2" guy with size 18 or 19 feet.
Yeah.
Like, number one, you got to, like, where are you getting skates? So you obviously probably had to have them made. I don't
Correct.
think you go to rent skates. They have 18s.
All right, Devontae Graham with another 3. And now we're getting them involved.
Oh.
Putting on a red jersey, crimson. Ty will not have that.
Caught the jersey.
It's now going to be.
Who should I throw it at?
Well, Ty clearly wants to come be a part of this broadcast.
Yeah, he really does.
So it may have to go back at him at some point.
Oh, here you go.
But here we go, coast to coast.
Oh, a little lefty. Left foot, left hand. I like it. Devontae will shoot this one.
Off the rim there.
Mentioned earlier, Mitch and Addie expecting their first child, married a few years ago. You know, we were hoping to have Ochai and Jalen Wilson here, and they were unable to make it due to NBA Summer League between the Brooklyn Nets and Toronto required them to be there, so they were unable to make an appearance. I know they really wanted to be here. A couple weeks ago, Ochai just got married and announced that him and Avery are having their first child.
Family obligations tend to happen when you get a little bit older.
And then work gets in the way. Like the guys that are paying you millions and millions of dollars ask you to be in Las Vegas, sometimes you gotta go.
You say yes.
I say yes, and I don't even get paid. Love Vegas.
And it's impressive too, because I think a lot of these guys, they know they're coming back here. They're gonna be playing something physical. And like, you know, David McCormick going up and making things look fun, still having a good time, not playing scared or tentative, because that's just not how these guys are wired.
No. I mean, you know, I talked to Christian Brown before the game, and he was smartly, intelligently not playing because he knows that if he determined that he was only going to go three-point line to three-point line, something would inevitably piss him off, and he would turn into competitive Christian and dunk on someone, and then you're risking, you know, injury. And he's like, I like my, and he's kind of a free agent. He has another year left, but in the next month or so, he will more than likely sign a very, very large deal, and doesn't want anything to get in the way of that. And can you blame him?
Absolutely not.
But he made the effort to be here, and that's what it's all about.
He did. We're gonna check out this block again.
Yeah, Mitch
Lightfoot.
Just kind of a, quite honestly, kind of a jerk move.
I mean, but he did get called for it, so
He
now.
should. He should probably get a technical.
But can the man who was given multiple technicals dish technicals now? Is that acceptable?
That's a fair question, and I don't have a good answer for that as he knocks down the second, our knockout winner.
Crimson team currently leading 54-45 over the blue team with 16-12 left to go.
Oh, a technical foul by the Big O for hanging on the rim.
There's my answer. He can dish them too. I love that he's having a good time with it, though. Enjoying the whistle a little bit too much.
Yeah, a little bit too much.
We all,
I mean,
we get
you know, we all think we'd be great officials, and we wouldn't be. But once you get that jersey on, once that get the zebra on, I want to blow your whistle a little bit.
Okay. Well. All right, now we get back to the big kid rosters. Get the action back going here at the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic. Like we mentioned before, if you can't make it here tonight or you can't make it in person, you can go to rockchalkroundballclassic.com to donate online and be a part of this incredible cause and to celebrate the families here that are battling pediatric cancer and other illnesses.
Guess who's back on the court? Can't keep him off the court.
Let's go.
Come on, Jackson.
Jackson
He's going to
Kress.
shoot a little mid-ranger. Hey, got it. Jackson now with, let's give him 6.
It's 6 now.
Sure.
Look, there are no box
Oh.
scores. There are no statistics. At the end of the night, there's just a score.
Doak just wants more dunks. That's a charge. Kevin Young with his hockey mask on, took one for the team and drew the charge.
I do feel as the clock winds down and gets a little bit closer, you do start to see a little bit more of a competitive edge from each of these players.
Yeah,
You've got Graves
like I
over
said,
there throwing the towel.
Like I said about Christian Brown, that's what he said. He goes, he'll just take over.
Watching Christian and Ochai together was definitely some of my favorite times in KU basketball history. And now we've got Jackson sharing his cool sunglasses with Christian.
That's great.
Graham's got to hold Jackson back because he's also getting passionate. You get all of this excitement flowing. There's no holding back. You're going all the way in.
Competitive juices are flowing.
Competitive juices.
This, I don't know this for a fact, but I think this is a record for technical foul free throws in the history of 17 years of the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic. Ron Kellogg, smooth lefty stroke.
Yeah, based on my statistics, that would be the
Yeah,
case.
you just looked at pictures of your kid.
Did.
I don't
Looked at my
think you
phone.
really looked at stats.
All right, we're going to send it over to Neil with another special guest.
Well, you talk about Rock Chalk star. We've got a superstar here in Christian Brown. He doesn't have his NBA ring on this hand and his NCAA ring on this hand, although he could do that. Christian, welcome back to Lawrence.
Yeah, thanks. It's great to be here.
What's it been like tonight?
I mean, it's been really cool. I mean, this experience is always fun for us. I think this is my second year, so hopefully we can get a win. But, man, this is great. I hope the kids feel as much love as we feel when we come back.
How do you describe to people around the league who say, what was it like playing at KU?
I don't know that you can find a better atmosphere, maybe anywhere. There's only a select few NBA arenas that get louder than KU does, it seems like. But it's hard to describe the feeling, the culture, just being on campus. And I think for me, maybe it was a little more special than others, just being from Kansas and taking pride in, wearing that jersey and those things. But it's hard to explain. And obviously, I'm so grateful for my time here. I'm grateful for everybody, who kind of impacted my career.
Everybody who comes into the play in the field house wearing the crimson and blue dreams and hopes to play in the NBA. You've been able to do it. How tough is that mountaintop?
It is tough to get there. It's a little harder to stay, but it's a fun league, man. It's what you dream of. It's everything you thought. You can only, imagine to get there and pray to get there, but, once you get there, you want to stay, and I think that putting in the work has been the most important part. But I've just been having fun, enjoying the process. Like I said, I'm living my dream every day, so I'm very, very grateful to be in the league.
He could spend his life anywhere, and he chose to be here in Lawrence, Kansas tonight with his older brother playing in the Rock Chalk Classic. We appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Always appreciate that time from Christian, and literally on cue, as we were talking about Christian and Ochai, he wants to hang out with Neil.
Oh, perfect. Well,
perfection.
Christian is a part of a very elite fraternity. Only 6 guys in the history of basketball have won a national championship in college and backed it up with an NBA championship the next year. 22 with Kansas and 23 with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. So that could never be taken away from him, and it's such a great year last year. And I mean, every single category got more minutes, and his numbers, he led the league for shooting guards and dunks. He's as athletic as anybody in the league, does the little things on a team full of stars, and couldn't be in a better position than with the Denver Nuggets.
Absolutely, and it's been so fun to watch him grow and watch other Kansas Jayhawks in the NBA grow as well. I'm going to toss it over to Brian Haney as we have a special moment for the Yvonne Adams Legacy Fund.
Well, our primary focus will forever be on aiding local children battling cancer. There are obviously some incredible, courageous parents who are out there fighting too. Parents who bravely battle this disease while still trying to support their families and raise their children. These folks need support as well. So with the help of the McCarthys and the selection specifically by KJ and Kevin Adams, we'll spotlight a different cancer-fighting parent each year. This year's winner is Christy McAllister, a mother of 3 from right here in Lawrence, Kansas.
Christy, I hope you feel the love in the crowd here tonight. And I hope it means even more to you that you were selected because Kevin Adams, KJ's dad, saw a lot of Yvonne in you, and so too did KJ. The people that voted on this, Kevin and KJ Adams, they chose you. Your courage, your resolve, your strength, it reminded him so much of Yvonne. And we're so honored that you're our very first Yvonne Adams Legacy Fund winner. Congratulations.
Let's hear it one more time for KJ and the McCarthy family. Congratulations, Christy.
KJ, it was a really tough vote, though, wasn't it? Because we had some great other finalists, didn't we?
Yeah, for sure. It took a lot of months, a lot of weeks deciding on everything, but I think we chose the right person, even though there was a lot of great people on there.
Completely agree. But, you know, don't you think those other people deserve something, too? Because they're all here with us tonight, aren't they, Eric?
That's right. We've got one final announcement from the Yvonne Adams Legacy Fund. There were 3 other finalists joining us here tonight, are Jennifer Fletcher, Terry Horning, and Doug Holliday. These are all local parents battling cancer and are joined by their families here tonight.
And once again, thanks to the generosity of Kent and Missy McCarthy, who had the idea but also the funds to make this possible. Not only will Christy McAllister receive $25,000, but our other 3 finalists all go home with $2,000 each. How about that? Once again, KJ, thank you for voting on this.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you, everybody, for coming out here. This is a great cause, and thank you so much.
KJ Adams, everybody. Your Yvonne Adams Legacy winners.
Absolutely incredible, not only to see players come back and be a part of this just for fun, just to give back, but also now to see someone like KJ do something like this. It's just gotta, like, take it to a different level, represent what the Jayhawks are all about.
Yeah, and Brian kind of adapting and adding Yvonne Adams' award to this game is so appropriate with KJ and Kevin and all that they went through. And we obviously, or I obviously, as a, you know, traveling with the team, got to know Yvonne and Kevin very well, and obviously KJ, and great family, and she was a fighter, and it just was so sad. But, you know, as we talk about the brotherhood and how his teammates and how former players and coaches and everybody was around KJ. I'll never forget when it all happened, when she passed. It was like 5 days before we played in Hawaii. And KJ went home and was with her and then decided, you know, the best thing I can do is go play. He got up that day we played, I can't remember who we played, maybe Marquette. He got up at like 4 in the morning in Dallas, flew all the way to Hawaii, and played like 20 minutes that day after everything we went through. One of the toughest kids we've ever had, and he's going to be sorely missed because he did so much for our team.
Yeah, those stories are ones that make you recognize how special not only this organization is, but also how impactful that brotherhood is. It's cool to see that the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic has helped more than 40 families to date, and we hope that through expanded awareness and player participation and personal donations that we can continue to grow and exceed those goals for years to come. Jackson back out here added another bucket to his stat line, and he has not given up. I love the fight and the spirit that he has shown just standing at 4'4". There is no give. He's there, bowing up Kellogg.
You know, I talked about Ronnie Kellogg, obviously part of a teams that didn't have the three-point line. Calvin Thompson's another guy over there that didn't have the three-point line. And those guys probably, I don't know, conservatively probably would have had, I don't know, 400 or 500 threes. That's how good of shooters they were. And I think the three-pointer came into college basketball in like 87, so just a couple years after them.
It's fun to see how that has come into play in today's game. And I love being able to see, again, not only the dunks, but the three-pointers that these guys make look so easy. There you go. Brown. That one's pretty much from half court, also making that look way too
easy. A logo three by Parker Brown. CB loving it. Parker, a couple years at Missouri, then went to Santa Clara. Was able to play his senior year at Kansas 2 years ago. Just a great kid getting married here in like 3 weeks. So these guys are getting hitched.
They're starting the next chapters of their lives,
That's right.
which again is very incredible to see that as each chapter comes forth, they still come back and they still want to be a part of that. We get another Doak dunk out of the mix, which is always fun to watch.
This blue team just cannot creep back in.
It's not terrible, I suppose. We've seen crazier things happen towards the end of a Rock Chalk Roundball Classic. Crimson currently up 69 over blue, which is 55. 8 minutes left to go in this game, but we'll send it over to Neil Jones. Neil?
I am here with a guy who can really shoot it. We just heard Greg talking about it, Calvin Thompson. Calvin, you got held back by having to play with the big guy down low. If you and Kellogg could just snipe away without Danny Manning, how many points would you score?
I have no idea, but I'm sure Ronnie could tell you. The three-point line came a year after us, and you guys got to remember, Oklahoma, Tim McAllister, these guys had some shooters as well. K-State had some bombers as well, so it's part of the game.
You did not mention Greg Gurley with three-point shooters. I'm stunned. Can you talk about what it's like to be here? Full house crowd, how much they love KU.
Well, this is, 17 years I've been helping Brian. It's nothing like Jayhawk Nation. You know, to come out and raise money in the hot heat of the summer for kids, families with childhood cancer. I mean, it's unbelievable, the camaraderie, the brotherhood that we have, and the loyalty that we want to give back to the fans.
So often superstars, they sail off into the sunset. We never hear from them again. Calvin Thompson has been involved with local youth sports. He had 2 daughters who played sports. I saw him in events all the time. You have given back to this community. People appreciate it.
There's no place like home. You know, I've been all over the world in different countries, all 50 states. There's no place like Kansas, no place like the University of Kansas. And when Coach Owens recruited me, he said, he told my family, I don't want you for 4 years. I want you to be a Jayhawk for life. And so this is our way of giving back.
Calvin, thank you very much. What a great guy. So much fun covering him, so much fun rooting against him when I was going to OU.
Always got to find a way to slide OU in there, Neil. I see what you did there. But just in the time that he has been doing that interview, Crimson up 74, blue still 55 with 6 minutes to go. I do think this is going to be a bit of an uphill battle.
Yeah, the referees need to help a little bit to get, here we go, get T-hand for 3, should make that. Cuts it to 16. He just blew me a kiss. That was kind of weird. Did you notice that, or was that to you?
Brotherhood.
Was that
the brotherhood?
You sure that wasn't to you?
That's exactly what that was. I just embrace the love. I love the love. And not only between you guys who are all here and coming back to be a part of this, the alumni that are a part of this, but the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic love is so special and so real. And getting to see families that are coming back that have been a part of this for years, for the 17 years that this has been in existence, and to see the new families that are being indoctrinated into this
How
family.
about that? You see that? Sorry to interrupt.
So special. That's what I get for trying to be emotional.
Yes, you were saying
And then
great
that happens.
things. Let's get a replay of that. I apologize for interrupting, but
Show it.
the play of the game, a bounce pass from half court, perfectly delivered to the big guy Udoka as a bouquet, and the Crimson continues to put it on.
It does
The blue.
not get much better than that.
You're trying to
Devontae
be
Doak.
like sentimental, say all the right stuff, and I
And then
interrupt
that's
you.
what happened. You didn't
No
interrupt
problem.
me. Doak interrupted
There
me.
you go. Thank
Devontae
you.
did because
Thank you
they
for
wanted to lighten the mood and
covering
show
for
what
me.
this is all about. It's about fun, lighthearted action. And we're going to send it to Brian Haney with another special announcement.
Huge thank you to everybody at Johnny's. This has now been 5 years of them supporting us in a major way. The Roundball Celebrity Dinner is tomorrow night at the Birds Union. We appreciate Johnny so very much. Guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. Rick Renfro, his entire team, fabulous. They're also the home of Hawk Talk. Thanks so much. Appreciate you guys. Also, for the first time ever with our live TV, we have a presenting sponsor, and that's the University of Kansas Health System. We'd like to thank the University of Kansas Health System for a $25,000 donation to this year's Roundball Classic. Thank you so much to the health system. Finally, as we get some KU football players tossing t-shirts into the crowd, coming up next week is the Jayhawks TBT team in Kansas City.
Pretty cool thing to
We've got
see
several
as Brian
members
Haney gets an
of the
opportunity
TBT
to
team with
share,
us here tonight.
these donations
David
with
McCormick,
his families, but
Nick
also just a
Timberlake,
shout out to all of the incredible
Tyshawn
partners that
Taylor.
are a part of the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic.
Who else do we have with us
Stars
tonight,
Pizza,
guys?
Lawrence
Kevin
Shirt
Young is
Factory,
here for the
Creative
TBT
One,
team.
Crown Toyota, the Dobsky family, and McDonald's of Lawrence, Johnny's Tavern. And again, if you're not here and you want to be a part of this, RockChalkRoundballClassic.com is where you can donate online. But I got to send it to Neil because there is some excitement happening over there in the corner.
Everywhere he's ever gone, the Big O has been the star of the show no matter what, and he is tonight. First as a coach, now as a referee. Welcome back to Lawrence.
Appreciate it. That's one of my favorite places in the world to be.
What?
Coming here.
You know, you traveled so much in all your years in the NBA. Guys like you get tired of travel, and yet you get on a plane and come here. Why?
Well, I actually drove up, but yeah, you know what, this is a great event, and I love coming to it ever since they've invited me. I think 4 years ago is when I first came here, and I played that first year and couldn't walk the next day, so I decided to go into coaching. So, and it's such a cool deal to be able to bring these kids in, and help their families out. And I don't know, and like I said, I've got a soft spot in my heart for little kids, and especially stuff like this. So.
I remember doing a story with you, a TV story, at your apartment in Jayhawk Towers, you and your wife, with a little baby. And I understand that little baby is now a dad.
He is. He'll be 32 in August, and I've got a 4.5-year-old grandson. He'll be 5 in December, so yeah.
And finally, how do you describe this Jayhawk brotherhood and the love the fans have for you all to people?
I said it to some guys earlier. You're family forever. You're a Jayhawk forever, so you're family forever. And it's fun to come back and see these guys, the young guys, even the old guys. Kellogg's 10 years older than me, and he's still out here doing it. And the fans are always great. Even from when I was played all the way up to now. So
he was always one of the best interviews in college basketball. A great guy, Greg Ostertag. Thanks, Greg.
He referenced your story as well about, feeling it after he played one of these Rock Chalk Roundball Classics.
And guys like me and Greg don't want anything to affect, like, golf. That's what, and that's, it's funny or not funny. You're talking to KJ, horrible injury, last game of his career, and he loves golf. Yeah. And so that, up until recently, has not been in his offseason. And that's what I feel bad for him for a multitude of reasons, but now that you're out of college, golf's kind of all you got.
Get to play some golf, which, again, as we talked about the different chapters, the next chapter, a lot more golf, a lot more different opportunities. Christian was over here tossing the t-shirts, so I did appreciate that as well. Once you get past playing, you apparently officiate, you toss t-shirts, you coach, or you call the game.
That's right.
Such as yourself.
That's right. Little Tyshawn Taylor, son. Now at 5 points, hit a big 3. So now I don't see this blue team coming back, though. So we've seen crazy things happen, but it's a lot of points right now.
Crimson's up 80, blue team with 63. Got a little under 4 minutes to go here in this game. Really looking to pad the stats on Jackson Kress's stat line. McCormick passes it back to him down in the paint. Can't quite convert that one, but I do like that they're getting him involved. They're getting Tyshawn's son involved. Makes for a very interesting few minutes down the stretch.
Lineup card,
yes. Yeah. The alley-oop to McCormick, off the rim. And now they're just gonna get aggressive. Mitch Lightfoot with the no-look pass to Udoka Azubuike.
So now we got to really start thinking about the MVP. I mean, we don't have stats over here. It seems like Doak might be the leading scorer, shooting 94% from the field because he's had nothing but dunks.
Doak's been great. Devontae's been a good leader. He's been out there padding his stats as well. Jackson might,
I mean, that makes the most sense.
battle for it. I mean, I think he's got like 12 points at this point, maybe 15 if we're getting crazy.
We should maybe ask, some of these guys that play overseas, like a Mitch, who spent 3 years in Japan, maybe he can come over and see what he's picked up of his new language.
That is...
Say, like Rock Chalk Jayhawk in Japanese or something.
Look, I'm here for it. Do you actually think that he has learned that language? Do you,
No.
have you...
Well, he probably knows how to like order
experienced it?
coffee and like do stuff like that. Like when you go out of the country, you learn those things, like, where's the salt and pepper, or where's the beach, whatever. But you learn all those things. But I don't know, I'll have to ask him.
A lot of experience from Jayhawks that go overseas, that, stay in the NBA, that may go on to the G League.
I was talking to David McCormick to that point this morning. He's been in Turkey. He's like, what is he going to do next year? He's been looking into Greece and Spain, and make some real money. And you talk to these guys all the time about, like, what are you going to do after college? And you should play as long as you can, because this is your earning time. Like, you're selling insurance or being a local radio broadcaster ain't going to make you the kind of money you're going to make in Japan or Turkey or wherever.
Why are you telling me this just now?
Well,
we're this far into our careers.
like, what would you have done if not a career in broadcasting?
That's an absolutely great question, and I'm not sure I was made for anything
I mean,
other
I
than
think
this.
we all thought, like, I thought I was going to be the starting shortstop for the Kansas City Royals or point guard for the Lakers. Life's difficult. You got to learn how to hit a curve and adapt a little bit, right? Adapt and overcome.
You certainly do, and I think it's really cool to be able to see how these players have adapted, how they're going on to their next chapters, how they come back and they still entertain, but also are very involved in their communities, involved in coming back to Lawrence and finding the things that are really important to them.
Yeah, and then once you come one time to this deal, you're going to come back because you feel it, and so many of these guys are repeat Rock Chalk Roundball participants, and there's a reason for that. It's a great event, and it's going to be a great event tomorrow night. There's something we don't see very often, a Doak made free throw. So that was a nice sight to see.
Anything can happen in the Rock Chalk Roundball Classic. Let's just put it that way.
We're in the final minute, so the blue team's looking for that 16-point shot that is not available. Maybe Brian could change the rules.
Now that Greg is an official, I think he might have a little bit of sway over that.
Got a bunch of different. Here we go.
All right, as the time starts winding down, may I hold my breath because Mitch Lightfoot wants to go out with a bang. But what has been some of your favorite moments from this event?
Well, I love seeing Jackson get out there and play, and and enthusiasm they have. We can talk about our guys, we can talk about football, basketball, whatever. But I think the reason we're here is for the kids and their families. So seeing him being able to get out there, and this is a time in his life that he's going to cherish, and there's he's going to watch this tape. He's going to watch, and here's a final shot. We're going to end at 92-78, Crimson over the Blue. Obviously, there is a winner, but everyone's a winner tonight on both ends, and everyone in the stands in this entire community. But my MVP would be Jackson.
Well, I am going to break the news to you right now, Mr. Gurley. The player of the game, brought to you by DM Injury Law, Mike's Got This, is the one, the only, Jackson Kress.
There we go.
I think he ended up with like 21 points tonight, maybe 50. Look,
He's signing autographs.
counting.
Look at that. He's signing the jerseys. I love it.
He is now going down in Rock Chalk Roundball Classic history as the MVP and player of the game in 2025, the 17th annual Rock Chalk Roundball Classic. presented by the University of Kansas Health System. Let's take a look at a couple of his highlights. Break down his performance tonight.
You know,
Billy.
he started out making a free throw, kind of closed his eyes. Once he saw that go through the net, then he just got hot. They throw these an assist to Mitch Lightfoot, and he's kind of talking some trash, said you're too small.
I love the smack talk. I love everything that goes along with this game, and the fact that he gets an opportunity to get in the spotlight with some of these legends and some of these players from KU that will go down in history for generations to come.
No question, and it's going to continue. It's great to have him back, but it's going to be great to have him back next year and the year after that. And Brian's going to keep rolling and keep raising a ton of money, over $2 million raised over the last 17 years. An incredible number, an incredible gift to this community.
And seeing all of the players, both the Crimson team, the blue team coming together here for that final shot, that final visual of this brotherhood that we talked about so many times during this broadcast. They will now sign autographs for everyone. They will enjoy this moment. They will get a chance to banter with each other, but also really take in the impact that they're making. Neil? Neil, we're going to send it over to you.
I am here with a guy. He's a member of the Rush family, and if you're anywhere around the Kansas City area, that's like royalty. Jerron Rush first, Kareem Rush, All-America at Mizzou, and then Brandon Rush, who comes to the University of Kansas and wins a national championship. What's it like being here with Jayhawk Nation?
It's always good to come back, especially for a good cause in the Roundball. Brian Haney and all those guys over there do a great job with this event, and I'm always excited to come back and play and give my time to some of the kids.
Long career in the NBA. You guys jetting around, always busy, and yet you made time for this.
I can hear you.
And yet you guys always make time for this.
Always got to make time for this, especially with Brian. They take good care of us, make sure we everything's taken care of. So it's always good to come back here and be a part of this special occasion.
What do you think about Jacques Vaughn from the NBA coming back to his alma mater to be an assistant?
I love it. I love it. I love it for Jacques Vaughn. I love it for KU. He was a great coach in the NBA, and he bringing that NBA experience to the college level. So guys on the team should really listen to him and be happy that he's around.
A national champion and a member of the royalty family in basketball in Kansas City, Brandon Rush. Brandon, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. What an incredible night here in Lawrence at the 17th annual Rock Chalk Roundball Classic, presented by the University of Kansas Health System. We saw buzzer beaters, we saw backdoor cuts, but the biggest win tonight is the difference being made for kids and families. For Greg Gurley, Neil Jones, I'm Danny Welniak. We leave you tonight with a Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Rock Chalk.